It was 2:00 in the morning. I was going home.
Oh.
So I know now.
Yeah.
When I'm going into a birth suite, what am I going to wear? My PPE, my gloves, and at least an apron.
Yeah. And a mask and goggles.
I think the midwife thought it was quite funny. I'm sure
Do you
it's
think
happened
she
to all
set
of
you
them.
up?
I don't know.
She might have set you up, just
I
as
actually
we do
don't-
play practical jokes on people sometimes.
She may
learning.
have, but they thought it was funny.
The patient had no idea, of course.
No, she didn't. I told her postnatally.
Yeah,
So,
and this is your baby.
waters and meconium, thick, black. It was everywhere. But it was a lovely experience.
Yeah. Fantastic.
It was. So that's probably the most recent oops moment I can think of.
Jade, this has been really good. I hope that people learn about what it's like being a flying doctor nurse. Let me get my head around that.
We've just changed our name to retrieval nurses. So it's like RN, but to get in line with the rest of the country.
Do you call yourself retrieval nurses?
It's just been changed to retrieval nurses now.
See, to me, retrieval is like taking organs out of somebody and putting it into somebody else, which is what we do in theatre.
Yeah, so it's just been changed because the other sections, around the country, they're retrieval nurses.
Okay.
So I guess we retrieve patients by road. I talked about before, the helicopter, the aircraft. So it's retrieval nurses now.
Okay.
I still put flight nurse, FN. RN, I just think RN, registered nurse, but it is retrieval nurse now.
So now we have a new title.
You do.
Jade Martin, retrieval nurse.
The beauty of this job, I would encourage anyone if they want to do it, seek out the pathway.
Yeah.
And come and apply.
Good.
It's a wonderful career.
Is it a job shortage there? Is there openings for people who are qualified to do it?
I don't actually know at the moment, but I think lots of people must send expressions of interest in all the time. And the midwifery scholarships have just opened up as of 1st of July.
Yep.
So if there's any crit care nurses out there that are crit care, either ED or ICU, who are not a midwife, they can apply for the midwifery scholarship.
So on a personal note, how does your husband cope with this? Does he have a career?
He runs his own business, which is also very demanding. But he does have that flexibility that he can drop off and pick up the kids, which does make it easier.
So he can see that there's a timeline here. While you're studying, you will finish and be qualified, and then you're back to a simple life, just flying.
Well, his plan is when I finish and go back to work in a more full-time capacity, he'll probably drop down a day in his business. So just work a 4-day week. Okay. That's his plans.
Yep. Good.
That's fine.
We love plans.
You can do that. Learn how to cook and clean and do the rest, and then you can do that. Absolutely. You can do the drop-offs and pick-ups at school. So that's his plan. So he does have that flexibility, and I have good family support. So if he's tied up, he can ring his mum or my mum, and we've always got someone, or we've got a close group of friends. We all help each other.
That's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. And that's what's really important.
And the kids know that they're safe. If someone else has got to pick them up, that they'll always be, we're not cared for.
Fantastic.
So it's been a journey, but in 12 months' time I will be a retrieval nurse / midwife.
Thank you so much for coming and chatting to us.
Thank you for having me.
Pleased. Like I said, we've had Paul here, your boss, and he recommended you come and have a chat. And if anybody's interested in finding out more, then they can go to a website. Is that right?
Royal Flying Doctors. Everything's on there. There's information about the scholarship on there. You'll find lots of information.
Good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's been wonderful.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Conversations with Nurses. To find more episodes, head to iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. If you are a nurse with a story to share, send us an email at nurses@barefootmedia.co.